So last season, Arsenal had a very interesting campaign because we kind of expected them to challenge for top four, build on it. I thought we would get top four. I didn't think we'd challenge for the title, and that's exactly what we did. Look, we took Man City to game week 33 or something. I think in hindsight, the way Arsenal fell off there at the end of the season would have been disappointing. You think of some of the draws, to Liverpool having been 2-0 up, although kind of it's always a good point at Anfield, isn't it? 2-0 up at West Ham as well. We ended up drawing that game. But the 3-3 at Southampton, I think, was the big one that sort of made everyone think this Arsenal team are just crumbling a little bit under the pressure. That's 3 games in a row without win. Then we lost 4-1 at Man City. We showed a little bit of something to then win 2 in a row and then go and win at St James's Park and kind of keep it going a little bit longer. But ultimately, Man City were comfortable from that point onwards. And a lot of the questions from last season, were about mentality and being able to hack it. And I think that's why a certain level of experience has been brought into the club, which I'll chat about in a sec. But at the same time, it was depth. It was, losing William Saliba, who comes in. Well, we've now signed Jurrien Timber, one of the most exciting young centre-back talents in world football. He's 22 years old, and he's perfect for the way Arsenal play, for the way Arteta wants his centre-backs/right-backs to play, and he can cover in multiple areas. So I think we've addressed it in that sense by adding the depth in a key position that really... wasn't all Rob Holding's fault, but you can see we missed Saliba, of course. And we've addressed that now. The signings of Kai Havertz and Declan Rice are players that have come in who have experience winning trophies, have experience at international level as well, playing at a very high international level, but are a very good age as well. They're still young. They're both 24, I think, and will add something very different. Declan Rice, his box-to-box nature, a lot of skill defensively, but good on the ball as well. And going forward, he can offer plenty. But Kai Havertz, I think, is the one that is expected to add that little something different that we maybe didn't have last season. So Arsenal spent a lot of money. There's going to be high expectations. I have high expectations, but I don't think anyone can ever think we have a divine right to win the league. Yes, we spent maybe, near 200 million? That's a lot of money. There should be expectation with that. But I think also you've got to just temper it slightly because Man City are Man City. And Liverpool might be back with the signings they've made. So ultimately, I'm excited for Arsenal next season. I think the bare minimum has got to be to get Champions League football again. But really, we all want to see a title race. That's what we want to see. That's what we need to see because a lot of money's been spent and we've got to build on the progress made from last season. A run in the Champions League would be good. But as I said, no divine right to win any of the major trophies or any trophy at all. But I think it's important that Arsenal really do challenge on the trophy front and at least come very close to one of them, maybe win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. But if we can compete for the big ones, that'd be amazing. So let's see how they do. A lot of expectation after the money's been spent, after 4 years of Mikel Arteta, but trajectory's been up for a few years now. Let's hope that continues. Anyway, as always, a big thank you for having me on this channel. I really appreciate it, and I wish the absolute best of luck to Bournemouth for the upcoming season.
Arsenal are really, really strengthening during this summer. Of course, they've signed Declan Rice.
Yeah.
They look like they're going to be spending more money. They've already bought in Jurrien Timber as well from Ajax. So they're spending money sensibly, spending big money. What do the other sides need to do to actually get above those two?
Well, they've signed Havertz as well. What do they need to do? They need to... There's no way getting above them. Unless you go and spend a fortune. No one's going to get above them unless you go out and bring in 4 or 5 fantastic players. No one's got a magic wand in football. No one's going to go and suddenly coach a team that's halfway up the table to finish above them. Whoever's chasing them need to improve their squads. Tottenham need to go and bring in 3 or 4 players. They've made a great signing in Maddison. They need to go and make 3 or 4 more signings. Chelsea have got to make signings if they want to catch them. Liverpool I still think they're 1 or 2 short. If they're going to catch them, they've made a good signing in McAllister. But Man City on another level, and Arsenal are very, very close to them. I think not in terms of strength in depth, but their starting 11 is excellent. I think Arsenal are going to run them very, very close next year.